Time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, September 27th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Thursday morning, September 27th, 2016. Here are your news and odds. Top story at 8 a.m. is Long Island, New York, where the first presidential debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton certainly kept fact checkers busy today. Baghdad, separate suicide bombings ripped by the busy commercial areas that Shia-dominated neighborhoods of the Iraqi capital Tuesday killed at least 17 civilians, officials said. A snip from a 2012 video of Islamic militants destroyed an ancient shrine in Timbuktu, Mali. At least 12 people were killed, including 3 children in their strikes Monday, targeted rebel areas of the northern Syrian city of Aleppo, according to the UK-based moderate group Observatory for Human Rights. Microsoft has unveiled a Windows Event Application Guard for Microsoft Edge, a new system that would isolate the browser on Windows 10 Enterprise PCs, making them harder to hack. Said today's big day for Google Tweet since company's 18th birthday, so it can out. Legally voted smoke. Time for biggies. Landed in the coast of the northeast Taiwan on Tuesday, injured dozens and leaving almost a million homes without power. Berlin, 2 homemade explosive devices were set off outside the mosque at a conference center in the eastern German city of Dresden. Police said on Tuesday. A Pentagon spokesman said on Monday that Islamic State militants are dead set on using chemical weapons and will likely to try to use them to Iraqi forces aim for murder siege on Mosul. New Delhi, taking an offense to the right of the heart of Pakistan, reviewed the Indus Water Treaty on Monday and exploded the ways that he used his share of water of rivers flooded into Pakistan, besides hinting that it could revive construction. Washington, Navy Captain Jeff Davis, a Pentagon spokesman, said that the Islamic State would love to use chemical weapons after the suspected mustard gas attack on Iraq. India mother faces murder counts after son and daughter died. An attorney who injured 9 people in the shooting spree Houston Monday was wearing military clothes and Nazi emblems during the attack and was secured newly 2,600 rounds of ammunition inside a Porsche convertible parked at the scene. A 7-count for a man convicted trying to become a fighter for the Islamic State terrorist group was sentenced Monday to 30 years in prison. Mounted Air Force Base, North Carolina. Defense Secretary Ashkar, who inherited the tangled web of problems in the Air Force Nuclear Missile Corps when he took over the Pentagon in 2015, says he sees reason to believe that the push to improvement. Washington, the Senate is expected to override Obama's veto for legislation to give relatives of survivors of the 9/11 terror attack the ability to sue Saudi Arabia. Cargo containers sit out on the port of Los Angeles as a backlog of containers. 30 container ships sit out anchored outside of the port of Los Angeles, California on February 18, 2015 as WTO cuts 2016 world trade growth forecast of 1.7%. Saudi Arabia's energy minister Canada all 5 tax generals before meeting of OPEC oil ministers that Saudi's Iran Dutch hopes of an all-OPEC oil deal in Algeria. China industry profits rise more in 3 years as the economy shows signs. Raleigh, North Carolina. Governor Pat Bucharest said his height of a hyperclastic event describes as McCormick criticized investors over LGBT statement. Estana Kazakhstan, a spokesman for the company overseeing the jet Kazakhstan oil field in the Kazakhstan waters of the Caspian Sea, said production will be resumed by year's end. So, Samsung on Tuesday said more than 6% of the people in the U.S. and South Korea have exchanged their possible defective Galaxy Note 7 replacement. Manila, the economy in Indonesia, one of the newest members of OPEC on the climb, but could recover as a policy reform stakeholder Asian Development Bank said. Paris, French energy company ENGIE said it has a position in the market for liquefied natural gas price secured an agreement with partners in China. London, oil and gas conservation activity off the British coast has a record low, and the government needs to step in with its full weight, an industry body said. Look at the stocks now. That was 6.62 points at 18.94, but 83 SP5 2146.10 and Nasdaq 500 257.49. Elon Musk set to unveil SpaceX's ambitious Mars colony plans today, but everything he says will be a big reveal. In recent months, a key story of international climate policy has been about how quickly countries will join the Paris Agreement across the legal threshold to bring it into force. Hempstead, New York. Donald Trump's tenant relationship with the truth to the top the doors of the first presidential debate in 2016. East Lansing, Michigan became a ghost town during the spring break as families had sat after their theme park to the lineup. A week later, the Midwestern returned sunburned and bereft the disposable income and launch conservative water as help benefit of roller coasters. Bangkok, Thailand is investigating four suspected cases of Zika-related microcephaly and 3 babies and a 36-week-old unborn baby, the public health minister said on Tuesday. In welcoming the first case of the Zika-linked microcephaly in Southeast. An E. coli outbreak in that second 7 people is linked to meat products sold by Adams Farm Slaughterhouse, prompting the committee to issue a recall. These stories have spread the hopes of a Zika virus vaccine will be available to prevent the infection and secondary effects, such as the abnormal fetal development. For all the attention paid recently to Hillary Clinton's health, it was Donald Trump's American ingestion that caught debate watchers' attention Monday night. Toward the end of Monday night debate, Hillary Clinton asked Donald Trump for a call to former beauty contestant of Miss Piggy and Miss Housekeeper because she is Hispanic. The Senator Barry Sanders on Monday night warned that heavily debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton is not a night of entertainment. Take a look at Massachusetts news. Boston police say one man is dead after an early morning shooting in Boston. Officers responded to an apartment complex in the city's Jamaican Plain neighborhood about 1 a.m. Tuesday when they found a man shot in gunshot wounds to the head and the chest. He was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. Jacksonville, Florida. A party is making today was back home in Florida after the journey that took him into the Boston area. Peter Chelsea's time is now 8:06, and we got a 293 stop on it at the Bedford line. A motivated accident roll over entrapment. Peter Chelsea's time is now 8:07 on this. To the morning, time now for Sport Report. Last night, the Sox had the night off. Tonight, the Sox will be taking out the Yankees in the first of the 3 game series, and if they win and the Orioles beat the Jays, then the Sox will get the AL East. Miami Marlins outfielder Jim Carr Stanton explained how his teammates have been trying to help each other in aftermath of Jose Fernandez's death. One of the most monumental fight cards in UFC history will have a monumental main event. UFC featherweight champion Conor McGregor will attempt to add lightweight gold to his collection when he challenges Alexander Alvarez in the UFC 205 headliner. The head scratcher move to keep jitterbug running about Bobby Rainey and New York Jets final roster might have some clarity that Shane Brady is like after season with a triceps injury. Peter Childers is now 8:08 on this Tuesday morning. It's hot off a traveling transit report. Baby! Let's start at the MBTA where subway system is looking good on the commuter rail Fishburne line train. 4.718 inbound has made stop at the air due to a mechanical issue, not 25-35 minutes beyond schedule. And Rockford train 101-639 from North Station up in 5-10 minutes beyond schedule between Manchester and Rockford and on a Thursday on Lake again. Alright, how is it Bowies are doing on this? To the morning. Starting out down in Connecticut with 95 southbound side. It's backed up from Milford all the way out to Stamford, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side, back to just for 137 in Stamford, Connecticut. Merritt Parkway westbound side, back to from Trumbull all the way out to New Canaan. Route 8 in the southbound side, back to Seymour down into Shelton. A4 westbound side, back to from St. Luke all the way out to Danbury. A4 eastbound side is back to the Waterbury stretch. 95 on the northbound side, back to the West David all the way up to the Long Wharf. 95 southbound side, back to the New Haven stretch. 91 on the southbound side, so the New Haven stretch. 91 on the northbound side, it's back to Middletown, and that's Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side, back to the Windsor Locks, and that's at Hartford, Connecticut. A4 eastbound side, back to Newton, down to Hartford, Connecticut. A4 on the westbound side, is back to Manchester, Hartford, Connecticut. 395, looking good from New London down to Worcester. 91 on the northbound side, it's back to from Enfield, Connecticut to 291 in Springfield. 57 on the eastbound side, it's back to 91 in Springfield. Mass back interchange at 91 and 291 in the Chicopee Springfield stretches. That's a little slow. At in central Massachusetts, 299 in the eastbound side. It's back from Auburn down Route 9 in Worcester. 146 to the northbound side. It's back to just before 290 in Worcester. 190 on the northbound side, back to the west Boston stretch. 190 southbound side, back to North Worcester down to 290. 95 on the northbound side, is back to West Greenwich all the way down to Warwick. Route 4 to the northbound side is back to East Ridge to Route 95. 95 on the northbound side is backed up from Airport Roadway in Work all the way out to 195 in Providence. 95 is southbound side back to protect you to downtown Providence. 195 westbound side is backed up from Swansea to Route 95 downtown Providence. 610 connectors slow from Route 6 to 95 downtown Providence. Route 6 to the eastbound side is backed up from Johnson to Route 610 connector Providence. 295 on the northbound side back from Route 2 Work all the way out to Johnson. Route 295 southbound side back from 6 to Johnson to Route 12 Crescent. 295 the northbound side. It is backed up from Route 1 to 295 in Attleboro. 146 to the southbound side. It is backed up from Woodstock all the way to Route 295 at Lincoln. 95 northbound side about 126 to 122 in Woodstock. And in the Cape, Route 60 eastbound side is backed up to 124 in Harwich. And Route 20 is southbound side of the board bridge is slow. 95 on the southbound both ends is backed up from 152 in Attleboro to 295 north Attleboro. 95 northbound is backed up all the way down to Route 128 out in Kenton. 495 on the northbound side is backed up from Franklin all the way after the Mass back in Westboro. 21 on the northbound side is backed up from Berkeley all the way up to 495 out in Raynham. 45 on the northbound side is backed up to 44 in Middlebury. And Route 3 on the northbound side is backed up from Plymouth to King Center. Route 44 eastbound side is backed up around the Route 3 in Plymouth. 21 on the northbound side is backed up from 106 in West Bridgewater all the way to Route 128 out in Kenton. Route 3 on the northbound side is backed up from 123.53 Hanover down at the Braintree Split. Mass back eastbound is backed up from Grafton all the way at the Newton Quarter. And then hit the brakes again around the Yeltsin Brad Tolls. Mass back westbound side. So the Newton Quarter. Mass back westbound side is backed up from Logan Airport South Boston to South Boston. South of the Spencer on the northbound side. It is backed up split to the Mass back. 93 both ends is backed up from Dorchester all the way at the Zankin Bridge, and 93 is southbound side. It is back to 232 to the Stewart all the way at the Zankin Bridge in Boston. 93 to the northbound side, back to the Medford all the way at the Route 120 out in Redden. 120 both ends is back from 24 to Randolph all the way out to the Braintree Split. 120 is backed up all the way from the Split all the way out to Route 20 Waltham. Route 120 southbound side is backed up after Route 9 in Wolseley. And 120 southbound side is back to 95 in Peabody to Waltham. 120 to northbound is back to Peabody out to Route 114 out in Denvers. Route 1 is southbound side. It is stop and go from Peabody all the way out to 93 to Boston. Route 2 westbound side is backed up from Arlington to Route 120 in Lexington. Route 2 in the eastbound is backed up to 16 in Belmont all the way out to French, Palm Park, Maine, Cambridge. Route 3 is southbound side. It is backed up from Tingsboro all the way after Route 120 in Burlington. 495 southbound side is stop and go from Hudson all the way to Marlborough. 495 on the northbound side is backed up from Route 2 in Littleton all the way out to Lowell. And then 495 southbound side backed up from Haverhill all the way out to Route 93. 95 is looking good from Peabody all the way up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Main turnout on the northbound side it is backed up from Scarborough all the way out to 295 up in South Portland. 295 southbound side it is backed up to Freeport all the way after before the Falmouthburg headed towards Portland, Maine. Out in New Hampshire, Everett Turnpike is southbound side is backed up from Manchester, New Hampshire all the way to Litchfield. 93 on the northbound side it is backed up from Derry, New Hampshire all the way to 293 Manchester, New Hampshire. 93 southbound side is backed from Derry to Londonderry, New Hampshire. Spalding Turnpike is southbound side back to the Newington Stretch. Route 4 is southbound side back to the Derry all the way at the Newington Stretch. 89, 91 is southbound side. It is so after the Canadian border up in Vermont. 87 is southbound side back to Route 11 up to Champlain, New York, and Ottawa 59 on the northbound side. It is backed up just before 202 in Southern Quebec. And the Albany vicinity. New York State 3 eastbound side is backed up from 890 Schenectady North to 87 southbound side in the slow round 890 at the New York State 3 up in Albany. Peter Channel News Time, 8:14 on this Tuesday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. And disturbance number 1, showers and thunderstorms was continued in association with a well-organized tropical wave located about 475 miles east to the southeast of the Barbados. However, the low appears to be left close with circulation type environmental conditions appear for both the continued development and the tropical the rest of the tropical storm can form. Later today and tonight, which is Matthew will let the system moves westward to westward northwest at 15-20 miles an hour into the eastern and central Caribbean Sea, including the northern coast of South America. Should monitor the progress of the disturbance since more than watches can be recorded at the time. Regardless of the warming of the system is tropical wave and tropical cyclone, heavy rains and wind gusts to tropical storm force expected to spread over the Windward Islands and the portions of the Seven Lesser Antilles and beginning the 9 and continuing the Wednesday Air Force Reserve. Reconnaissance aircraft is scheduled to be investigated the services this afternoon. Formation just 4 hours and 5 days high, 90%. Disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the southwest of the Gulf of Mexico associated with a trail of low pressures drifting westward. Upper level winds are not expected to be connected with a significant development before the system moves inland with Mexico in the next day. So formation chance for us. Low 10% formation chance for 5 days. Low 10%. And take a look at radar and show the lines of showers stretching from a line from Milwaukee, Maine, all the way down for the eastern Massachusetts, from Newburyport down for the Cape Downs and the heavy band of rain showers stretching from South Point, curvative around Hyannis and another heavy bands of showers around from Charlestown down around Perryville, Rhode Island, and another heavy band of showers stretching from Minnetonka Beach in Plymouth all the way down from Sandwich Beach down to Sandwich and down to Yarmouth and down to Centerville and stretching off the Cape Downs and seeing some heavy rain showers from Norwell down for Ocean Bluff and Scituate. And a line of rain showers stretching from Wyndham all the way down to Norwich to New London. A line of rain showers east of Middletown down for New Haven and down for eastern and central portions of Long Island. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Today, rain may move for 1 p.m. minus 32 degrees. Southward about 5 miles coming in. West of the afternoon, chest pages 1%. New spots between the 10 40 days possible. Tonight, slight temperature shots at 1 a.m. Punch bug after 10 p.m. But west. Most class got about 56 degrees. Light available. Wind, chest pages 20%. Wednesday, temperature shot maybe after 7 a.m. Punch bug up for 11 a.m. West. Most class got about 61 degrees. North west eastward about 9 to 11 miles. Chest pages 30%. New spots less 7 days possible. Wednesday night, temperature shots. Most class got about 52 degrees. And north east about 10 miles. Chest pages 30%. Thursday, check the shots. Class got about 63 degrees and north about 8 to 10 miles and chest pitch 50%. Third night, shots like me after 9 p.m. Class got about 54 degrees and chest pitch 6%. Friday, shots like me before 1 p.m. Class got about 63, about 56 degrees, chest pitch 55%. Saturday, check the shots. Class got about 66, about 56 degrees, chest pitch 50%. Sunday, check the shots. Most class got about 70, about 53 degrees, chest pitch 35%. And from Monday, check the shots. Putt class got about 68 degrees, chest pitch 30%. Currently not near, it is overcast and rain, and the temperature is 63 degrees with a humidity of 99%, and that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on the September 27th, 2016 on Tuesday. Peter, say you have a good morning and a good positive day. You have a good day.